Yo, that lady's terrible.
Hey, you think she'd suck my dick for $1?
Mess him up. Oh, okay, maybe not that much. Ugh.
Led me to the missing girl's location.
So was Rorschach the one that killed the comedian? I mean, based off the kicking the door open and the way he looked in the shadows. Could be. Oh, that's horrible, man. Bro, they fed her to the dogs. Nasty, dude. That's so evil.
Men get arrested. Boss get put down.
I like that line. Oh.
From then on, I know. God doesn't make the world this way. We do.
Oof, it's a deep line.
I can't help him.
How you gonna not at least sympathize with some of his descriptions there?
You know, maybe I can give you an autograph.
You're gonna regret it. Oh my gosh.
None of you seem to understand. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me.
That was a dope line. A little bit of goosebumps. Bro, I can't imagine getting that oil dumped on your face. You'll be scarred forever.
How'd you ever afford all this stuff anyway?
Well, my dad was in corporate banking and left me a lot of money when he died.
One of the rare times they address finances in a superhero movie.
I remember, no matter how black it got, whenever I looked through those goggles, everything was as clear as day.
That's pretty dope.
This must be the way John sees the world.
Should probably head up. Food's getting cold.
He thought he was in, and then she brought up John again. Oh, he's in. That's an interesting angle.
It's been a long time, Rorschach.
Hey, the Seinfeld legend.
They're all dying to get a piece of you. This place is gonna explode!
That'd be pretty terrifying.
Relax, Lawrence. Soon.
I like how he's the boss, and then the two giant guys are just his buddies. That music was haunting. It's a cool looking ship. She looking fire. That's a sick shot.
Is that everyone?
Oh shoot, I thought she was gonna die or something right there. Mega clutch.
Your hands. My pleasure.
I'm sorry, Lawrence, but you're in the way of my revenge.
Nothing personal, big guy.
No. Bro. Oh my gosh, dude. Zack Snyder really going all out. Oh, that was quick. Yeah, you better run. Man, he was too confident going into that. I'll say it again, man. These fight scenes are so sick. You ain't too smart, are you?
Have to visit men's room.
That's a brilliant shot. Oh my gosh. That's a genius shot.
Hey, you alright?
Yeah.
Just want to bang again. Oh, this dude.
Maybe she'll finally thank me for getting her started in the first place.
You know, Sal, from the sound of your voice, you're sounding younger than ever.
Oh.
It's funny that they have these parent dynamics of when reminiscing when they were superheroes, now that their kids are superheroes.
But, someone's knocking.
This guy's gonna die right here, isn't he? Knew it. Oh, they think it's him, but it's his son. He's got that good form. I like the way this scene is done with the flashbacks on every hit. They legit did kill him. Not inconspicuous at all.
Everybody stay calm. We'll try to...
Why do people think they can talk big against superheroes?
Told by whom? My contact, Miss Slater. Jeannie Slater. Works for Pyramid too.
Yeah, she was real nice.
Shoot.
They're dead! I'm gonna take out this entire rat hole!
Oh. Gross, dude.
And you're just going through the motions. The most powerful thing in the universe, still just a puppet.
Dang, calling him out.
I'm just a puppet who can see the strings.
Ooh, I like that line.
Why would I save a world I no longer have and he's taken?
Oh, he's going full bad now. What a shot.
It's time, gentlemen.
This guy does pull off a Nixon look pretty well. He's running Pyramid. Dang, he betrayed them all.
Buried alive with them in sand-floored chambers. Sleep well, gentlemen.
What the freak?
What do you have to complain about? I'm putting food on the table for you and your child. Why don't you call your friend Eddie? Maybe he can give you a better life.
Even the grimy parts of it keep on getting brighter.
Your mom, she was one of the all-time champion viewers.
Guy tries to rape you, and years later you let him finish the job. What? Were you drunk or just lonely?
Am I ever gonna live this down? No, not you.
The comedian. Where's your father?
Whoa. Dang, I was not expecting that reveal. Shoot.
The comedian, the man she has every reason to hate, and out of that contradiction against unfathomable odds, it's you. Only you that emerged to distill so specific a form from all that chaos. It's like turning air into gold. A miracle.
That was a great speech right there. I like that. Hey, it's a smiley face. Reference to the comedian, of course. Some Mad Max.
He's never killed anyone in his life.
Hitler was vegetarian. You're squeamish, leave him to me.
I like his winter mask. Shoot.
You killed comedian.
May he rest in peace.
Oh.
Blake figured it out first. I put a cyanide capsule in his mouth.
Oh, dang, this guy is smart. Oh. Jeez, fight scenes are still sick.
The energy breakthrough I was working on just came to fruition. All these years, John was helping me replicate his power, unaware of how I plan to use it.
Humanity's savage nature will inevitably lead to global annihilation.
So in order to save this planet, I had to trick it with the greatest practical joke in human history.
No, we can't let you do that.
Do that, Bullshine? I'm not a comic book villain. Do you seriously think I'd explain my masterstroke to you if there were even the slightest possibility you could affect the outcome? I triggered it 35 minutes ago.
Oh, dang. He is genius. Bro. Dang. I was not expecting such destruction.
Such an asshole.
Is he dead? Surely not. He caught it. The line from earlier came to pass.
I'm disappointed in you, Adrian. I'm very disappointed.
So did he send like a replication of himself in there?
Resettling myself was the first trick I learned.
In an act of evil perpetrated by Dr. Manhattan himself. Since the attacks, I have been in constant contact with the Premier of the USSR. Putting aside our past differences, we are both pledged to unite against this common enemy.
Whoa. Saving the world by making an enemy out of Dr. Manhattan.
Everyone's gonna know what you've done.
Well then, by exposing me, you would sacrifice the peace so many died for today.
Peace based on a lie.
But peace, nonetheless.
He's right.
Very intriguing ending, if this is the ending.
People have to be told.
You know I can't let you do that.
Suddenly you discover humanity. Convenient.
I can change almost anything. But I can't change human nature.
There's some deep lines in this. Whoa, what? I did not think that was gonna happen. Everything's screwed now. Dang.
Bye, Laurie.
Boy's looking like Mr. Clean right now. He's letting him.
A world united in a peace that had to be sacrificed.
You haven't idealized mankind, but you've deformed it.
Why I wasn't mad at him.
Because he gave me you. I could be the writer of this. Just kidding. I could not.
Freshen up. I'll be right back.
At least these two are together. Question is, how long is the peace gonna last before people start attacking each other again? Nice callback.
Ronald Reagan says he's going to be running for president in '88. We could run a piece on that.
Seymour, we don't dignify absurdities with coverage.
This is still America, damn it. I could look for something in the crank file.
Is that somebody from the comics?
Rorschach's journal.
Hey, nice. All right, we made it through the Watchmen. Thank you if you've stuck through to this point, and I'll go through my thoughts on the movie now. It's definitely very, very different from most other superhero movies. I feel like in a similar way to Nolan's version of the Batman movies, this feels very much just like a noir detective type movie that just happens to have superheroes in them. Obviously, they show a lot of their powers and things like that, and they have fights and whatnot, but it doesn't really focus on that too much. It focuses more on the human side of the story, the politics, the nuclear warfare, and just the state of humanity, which I thought was a very interesting decision on how to do it. And Obviously, there are still times when it focuses on the hero aspect and things like that, but I really liked it. I thought it was very, very good. And it's definitely one of the more brutal adult superhero movies out there. Definitely not something you would find very often in the superhero genre. And having just recently watched Logan, I thought Logan was quite brutal at times, but this had some really brutal moments. And I mentioned it throughout the review, throughout watching it, but I loved the fight scenes and the fight choreography, specifically the hand-to-hand combat stuff. I thought that was all filmed very, very well. And it just was great not having like a bunch of cuts or anything like that. You get to see impacts of hits, and yeah, I really liked the hand-to-hand combat scenes. I liked the different characters and their uniqueness. With a 3-hour-long movie, you definitely get to see each character in their own element. You kind of get to develop them and understand where each of them is coming from and their motives and things like that, which I really appreciated. It helped give an attachment to each of the characters. Obviously, I forget what his character name is. Vite? Is that his name? The smartest man in the world. I thought he was the most underdeveloped character, but in the end, that's kind of to help with the reveal, with him being the manipulator behind the scenes, the bad guy, if you will, which is interesting because he's portrayed as the bad guy at the end, but he's not your traditional bad guy because he's doing it for good reasons. If you could argue that he's kind of like how Thanos in the MCU, his reasons was he was doing the things he was doing to try and save humanity, as are his motives in this movie, Vite's. And I thought the ending was genius because it puts the heroes in basically an impossible situation, because not only had he already carried out his plan, which I thought was quite refreshing to see a villain do that. I loved his line that kind of pokes fun at other movies where he says, "I'm not a comic book villain. I already did my plan. Nothing you're going to do now is going to stop it." I thought that was genius to include that. And so, yeah, it was shocking to see the villain's plan carry out, but also to have it be so smart, as in his plan can't be undone, because if the heroes do something, they'll undo the peace efforts, which admittedly were positive, a positive end of his plan. And if they do nothing, they'll ruin Dr. Manhattan, and obviously Rorschach died as a result of that as well. And so they were just in an impossible situation where they were uncomfortable deciding with either thing. And for a guy in the movie to be called the smartest man in the world, that obviously puts some level of necessity to show him being the smartest man in the world. And I thought they did a pretty good job at showing him being extremely smart and his plan being well thought out. And I thought that was cool. So he definitely did seem smart in the movie. He wasn't a dumb villain. And so I liked that. And watching it and now sitting back afterwards, I feel like watching this movie felt more like I was watching episodes of a TV show back to back to back. It didn't feel quite like a movie in the way it was portrayed and filmed, because there's a lot of world building, there's a lot of backstory, there's a lot of time jumping. It felt like I was watching a TV show in that sense, which I don't mean as a bad way. I mean that just as that's how I felt. It felt more episodic storytelling, and I think it benefited from that. And I can definitely see why HBO started a TV show based on the Watchmen characters, because it definitely does feel like the story lends itself to that format. And so I'll definitely have to check out at some point the TV show, and if if that's something you'd like to see me react to, let me know. I'm happy to upload reactions to that at some point. I thought Zack Snyder did a good job with directing. He definitely has a unique style. It's interesting to see this and think about his work with things like Batman v Superman and how they have similar style, but obviously Batman v Superman PG-13, it's a lot more toned down, and I don't know if it would have benefited from Zack Snyder having kind of the creative freedom that I believe he had on this one, because this definitely takes a lot of risks and does a lot of bold things that aren't typical in the superhero genre. And I think DC's starting to figure that out again with things like Joker and hopefully future releases. So hopefully they start giving more creative freedom and take more risks with this genre in the future. But yeah, this is definitely a very unique movie, and I liked it. I liked a lot of the casting. I felt like the acting was good, and I don't know if there was any standouts in particular in my mind. Obviously love Patrick Wilson. He's in a lot of movies that I enjoy, so it was nice to see him in this. I had no idea he was in this, so that was a nice surprise. And the music, Tyler Bates I think was the composer, if I remember from the beginning credits, and I liked his music. He did the John Wick series, which is a fantastic soundtrack as well, so it was nice to see him compose this. I liked the music throughout. And yeah, a couple times I feel like the world building and things like that gave me a little bit of Blade Runner type vibes, because it was the world that it created was in the past, but it still felt very futuristic and dystopian almost, and so it was very interesting, very, very cool set pieces and style, so I appreciated that. So thank you for those who recommended this to me. I'm glad I was able to check it out. Hopefully you enjoyed the review of this. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're new, thank you so much for joining me for this. Hope you subscribe. I upload movie reactions several times a week, and if you turn on that notification bell after you subscribe, you'll know when I upload, and I hope to see you back for the next ones. But until then, I will see you all later. Peace.